That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bottom. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So sticky and horrible. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. What happened there? Hello, welcome all. Hope you're all well. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Glorious and sunny here, so it's quite warm in here at the moment. So I've got my fan going, just keep me chilled. Anyway,
yeah, you have.
I have, yeah. So anyway, welcome to all, and thank you very much everybody for coming over and joining us for another Sunday lunchtime live. This week we have the hashtag. I'm not going to call it a challenge. Hashtag week, even though we're doing it for 2 weeks. So anyway. We're going to be doing a mushroom. I printed off some different shapes for mushrooms. Here it is. Here's all the different shapes that you can, well, this is what I found on the internet of different shapes. So obviously it's not just a basic boring shape. I have a piece of ash on the lathe. It is roughly 8 inches and at the widest part, just under 5 inches. It's got a bit of a bulgy bit here, so I'm going to try and use some of that as my head, and then we'll put a bottom on it there. May colour it, not sure yet, not 100% sure what we're going to do, but if we get time I might give it a bit of colour as well. So with that said, I will get on with this and Nick will welcome everybody in and wish you all a merry Sunday. No, just a happy Sunday. But anyway, let's get on with it. Let's stop the chitter chatter. Right, so I'll go overhead. Nick, I'll welcome you all in.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't know how the sound's going to be. I've got a new headset. Been spoiled this week.
You sound very quiet, but if people think you're too quiet, let me know, and then we'll boost the sound a little bit.
Okie dokie. Right, so perhaps is the mic in the right place? I'll come and just.
If you got it near your mouth, then yeah.
I can't see.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so good afternoon, everybody. Again, like I say, when I get to the bottom, if I've missed anyone, just give me a shout out and I'll give you a shout out. And I don't suppose there'll be a lot of people. Hopefully, they'll be out enjoying the weather. which I want to be doing. No, not really. I like being here on a Sunday. All the housework's done. No kids are in. That's perfect. Right, so good afternoon to Sid's Repurposing. We have Darren J. Callison. We also have Jared the French Turner. Paul the Greasby Turner. Chris Dodds. Doug Miller at Woodspun Around. Andy H is for Turning. Mr. Stacey at Turnabout Wood Art. Barry's Wood Creations. Malcolm Douglas. So I had to go back to the beginning. Terry Bartlett. I think I've missed someone, but like I say, if I do, just give me a shout and I'll. We also have Gav Cedar Woodwork. We also have Lawrence. Also on we have Brian at Heartwood Turner. Jay's Cabin. We have Steve Hale. Terry, TJ Turner. Neil M. Wood Turner by Barry. There's a lot of Barrys, so I get a bit confused. Dara that's a new name not heard before, from Texas.
Who's that? Sorry.
Dara.
Oh, welcome.
From Texas for a little bit before getting ready for work.
Oh, welcome.
Is it Sunday there as well, I suppose?
Well, I would imagine so. Some people do work Sundays.
Robbo Robson.
Right, Robbo.
We also have William Kenny. Robert Dolman's on. David J. Heath, the Guildford Carpenter. Shirley Ellen Twig. Welcome, not heard of you before.
Welcome to the channel.
Copper Owl Wood Turning. Benjamin's on. Hope you're going to behave yourself today, Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin.
Mark the Gentleman Wood Turner's on. Are you, Mark?
How you doing, Mark?
Are you with Kim? If you are, hello to Kim.
I think she's working.
Oh, is she? Well, say hello to her anyway. Gary Letitia is on. I think I pronounced that right. And Woodwork Learner. Woodworm Paul. Goodness me. Clint at Wood Dancers. Barry Chitty. Michelle's on. Owlsby. That's Brian's wife, isn't it?
Partner. Hi, Michelle.
She's got the same surname.
Well, she would have, because that's his wife.
You said partner. Stop.
Sorry. Right, let's get
Don't pay that minute get married and say they're a partner. They're a wife. Eric Winkler's on as well. If I've missed anyone, give me a shout, because, like I say, every now and again the mousey gets stuck. So I'm just having a quick flick through the chat where I can get back to.
We'll tell you the same as we tell Brian. It's operator error.
Well, it can't be both of us. So.
Oh, yes, it can.
No, it can't. Can it, Brian? Can't be both of us.
Just sharpen the spindle gouge up a little bit. Right, so I want to try and get a bit more of a where this is here. I want to try and get this that comes in and then out. Actually, I'm going to do most of it with the bowl gouge and then finish it off with a spindle gouge.
Brian said the sound is good.
Oh, good. Just spun off my spindle centre.
Spin off your spindle.
Spun off my centre. So it weren't quite tight enough.
Chris Dodd says so. Today we will be watching the fungus.
Yeah.
Darren said not quite as loud as you, Steve, but a lot clearer. So a good investment.
You won't be saying that in a few weeks.
Did I miss you, Doug? Sorry if I did. Doug Miller at Woodspun around. Dr. Bob's on as well.
Hi,
As
Dr.
I've been
Bob.
going through all the
Hope you're well.
chat. Again, just give us a shout. Oh, Amy McCreary is on as well from MA USA.
Ah, welcome. A lot of new names today.
Yeah, Clint at Wood Dancers. I think I said that. I don't know. Norman Greenwell.
Good afternoon to all, and
He is
especially welcome to the new people.
he stopped for a bit because he's been stripping the wallpaper in his sitting room, so he stopped for his lunch. So he's
Oh,
popped
yeah.
over to have a little look. Good
Well,
excuse to sit and do nothing, mate.
well, welcome. Right, so this is the sort of shape I'm looking for the top.
Welcome, Steve Fleming, as well. You keep going, I'll just interrupt.
Right, that's normal. So that's the sort of shape I'm going to go for, sort of sweeping from the top, and then what I'm trying to do is I want to try and undercut that a little bit when we do our stem. So let's get rough width for what we want on our stem. And like I said, on the picture, there are absolutely loads of different shapes that you can go for, but I'm going more for this one, I suppose. A bit more between that one and that one. Sort of swooping in and coming up. It's nice to use a bit of natural wood because you haven't got a perfect ring, which obviously a mushroom wouldn't have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave. Actually, what I'm going to do? Should I put a 10 on there? No, I'll leave it off. Do it on spindle work. So I'm going to.
Clint's got a question.
Go on then.
He said, "What if we're allergic to mushrooms?"
Don't tell them on them. Just going to flatten this out.
Steve, you didn't stir my coffee.
No, not.
Just because it has its only coffee, it still needs stirring.
There's a pencil out there. Start with that.
No, you're all right. I swizzled the cup.
Just give us a bit of a flat.
God, it's a bit strong at the bottom.
Actually, I will put a tenon on the end of this. So hold it in the lathe.
We've got Spirit Wind, Wood, Stone and Bones on.
Good afternoon. I can't remember your name.
Neil M says, have to pop out, back later. See you later, Neil.
See you later, Neil. Thanks for coming over.
Wivey Woodshed's on.
Good evening, good afternoon even. I'm going to put a tenon on here just so I can hold it in the chuck a bit better.
Gavin Dougherty. Not mentioned him, I don't think. You put love Steve, he's a proper fun guy.
Oh, thank you. Right, so let's get that held in our chuck, be a bit more secure. Because we're going to need to hog that out. We're going to have a little bit of vibration because it's not perfectly round. So put the tailstock back up just to give it a little bit secure. So this bit of wood I've had virtually since I started. So it's been drying for nearly 2.5 years, maybe a bit more. It's been drying quite a while. So what I'm going to do is I want to leave the bottom of that natural for the foot. So I'm going to leave somewhere there. And then I'm going to try and bring my mushroom in about there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of a lot of that in the middle there. So we can start taking some of that on the inside of there.
Jay's Woodturning is on.
Jays, did you say?
Yep.
Hi mate, how you doing?
The spirit wind is Heather.
Oh, hi Heather. I will warn you, I'm terrible with names. Faces I'm alright with, but just names I can't.
Darren said it's nice to leave the bark on the edge of some styles of mushrooms.
Yeah,
You have
definitely.
done, didn't you?
Yeah, I do like to leave a bit of natural. I'm just going to sharpen that bowl gouge up because I should have sharpened these up beforehand, but I was messing around and didn't get a chance.
Heather said I did awesome at the craft festival yesterday, heading back today.
Oh, good.
Stuart, I can't pronounce
Linguini.
his. No, it's not. It's not got an N in it. In Gruely or something.
Right, okay.
Steve, you need to remove the tailstock and part the nipple off. I'm giggling too much.
Yeah, I will do. Oops.
Darren says I'll post my voodoo shrooms again on this after this on Woodturning International on Facebook. They have magnets in them to hold sewing pins. Hey, voodoo mushrooms because they attract pins.
So I'm using the 3/8 bowl gouge just to really move a lot of the material. And then I'll go in and finish off with the spindle gouge.
Woodwork learner said nice piece of purple heart, Steve.
Purple heart? What the hell? What? Oh, confused me now. Purple heart, what's that mean? I don't...
Don't know. What do you mean woodwork? Darren said if you turn a flat top mushroom from greenwood, they wrap really nicely as they warp, I think. No, sorry, warp really nicely as they dry.
Yeah. I was going to do a bit of greenwood, but I want to colour. I might want to colour it, so that wouldn't take the colour as nice as.
Gerard put chef, I think your commie is making it difficult for you to cook that mushroom. It's going to be it's going to be tough to tenderize.
So always try and keep your tool rest as close to your piece as you can get it. Because
Can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you still using autofocus?
No, it shouldn't be. It should be on manual focus. Why?
Because from my screen, the picture's not brilliant, but it looks like the light reflecting on it more than anything.
Well, this is going to look funny because this is not round. If you know what I mean, this is going to look fuzzy
Yeah,
because this is not round.
yeah, it
This
does.
should.
It
This
just looks
looks.
horrible. It's just not a nice picture. That's all I'm just
Well, like
saying.
the light. If I turn the light off, you don't see what I'm doing.
All right, okay. No, I just thought I'd mention it. That's all.
I need the light on because you're not going to see what I'm doing. That's the only trouble with white wood. You get a lot of white out. I might be able to alter the white balance a little bit, which I can try.
Robert said, "Andy, sure it's not walnut." I'm confused now. Oh yeah, I see what you mean now.
No, that's not it.
Gavin said, "I did one of these ages ago, and the tool rest was a long way from the stem by the end. Interested to see how Steve approaches it."
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to. My fingers are that big. I can't press the button on the camcorder. White balance.
Did you hear that? What it said?
Yes, I did.
Um, Darren said, "Purple heart's a type of wood, Steve. I think someone's trying to claim a new walnut."
All right. No, I can't because it's in manual focus. I can't alter the white balance on it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So as I was saying, you try and keep your um, tool rest as close as you can get it to the piece of wood to stop your snatching. The further your the tool is over the tool rest, the more unsecure you are. So obviously try and keep it as close as you can get it. So what I'll try and do now is I want to try and undercut that a little bit whoops, before I
Sorry, what would he use him?
it's a piece of ash.
Um, I want you to do me a nice chunky one for the garden.
Yeah, I'll do one for Christmas.
That's about right.
Right, so I'm going to try and undercut this a bit now.
Just don't walk across the floor because I hear you squeaking. Just ignore me then.
Hear me squeaking?
Yeah, tight ass.
That's what Vaseline's for, isn't it? So just gently going to work this in and gradually undercut this. But I don't want to go out too wide that we actually bring it into our bark inclusion. Shame I ain't got a camera on this end looking down this way. There might be a new camera coming out. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get in there, but I don't want to come to the width of the bark. So it's going to be close to this bark edge by undercutting it. But when you're doing it, you're trying to look for the solid line because as you're turning it, you'll see a shadow. Well, not a shadow, sorry, a hollow part. And you want to try and be on the solid so you know you're hitting all wood.
Yeah, you're right there. Woodwork. He said, need a where they do the chainsaw ones for the garden. Robbo put, we all heard that, Nicky lol. What, you know how tight he is?
Left hand turning, look. Oh, look.
Clever, not.
Yeah, yeah.
Paul Finley, Woodturning at Home's on. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all
Hi,
well
Paul.
on this fine day. Darren said, texture tool underneath, Steve. I use a chatter tool. It comes up looking like the gills.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Vince Kerrigan's on. Good afternoon, Vince.
Hi, Vince. See what damage I did to that when I caught it.
Gerard said, Steve, do you have the Sorby Turnmaster with the mushroom cutter bit?
No.
Chris Dodd said there are 3 people you don't want to say oops. That's a doctor, a dentist, and a woodturner. Or the hairdresser. Sorry.
So are we boring, yeah? So just
No,
gonna
they weren't yawning.
just gonna go a little bit wider out on that. Excuse me. Right, so we've got a nice undercut on there now. Just got that little marker now I want to try and get rid of.
Right, I'm going to ask a cooking question. Has anybody done the chicken on a, like where you put it on top of a beer can?
And are they still alive?
Yeah, because obviously, but then it's metal, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's aluminium. They're toxic.
Right. So, bit of advice, anyone? Gerard? Maybe? Um, Vince Kerrigan said it's easy to do when you're left-handed.
Yeah, I wish I was left-handed.
Benjamin said, Steve, this challenge is just in time as Cindy Droster has just done a mushroom box IRD.
Oh, right, really? That's...
William Kenny said, turned a few mushrooms yesterday. I used a round carbide for undercut and it worked well.
You can use whatever you need to use. I just thought I'd have a go with the old spindle gouge because I don't really do a lot of spindle turning.
Darren said he's been practicing with both hands. It's very useful at times. That'd be something worth having a go at, mate. Darren, and he also said wood turn mushrooms are always good sellers at markets.
Yeah, I would imagine they are actually.
Right, Heather said beer can chicken is delicious. Use a tin can, Nikki. It's steel. Just some extra iron, but put a bit of beer in the can. It adds flavour.
It's a
I
bit
don't know
high,
if we've
that.
got a beer can. Got cider. Do you think that'll work?
No. Yeah, a lot of vibration on that for some reason.
Heather, do you think I could use cider? Half a can of cider instead. Gerard, bless him. Sorry, chef. Never did that and never heard of it. Sorry, but I'm from the old school. Don't really keep up to date with modern techniques. 74 at the weekend. Oh no, 74 left to retirement. I think it means weekdays left to retirement. Chris Dodd said that the oven is not hot enough to affect the aluminium.
Oh, okay.
And Darren said cider will work well. Oh, got some fruit cider. So you know what you're having for your tea tonight, mate?
Wicked. So I start glowing because of the aluminium poisoning.
Oh, shut up. Gerard said, Steve, are you going to colour it to make it look like the poisonous mushroom?
I was going to colour it, to be honest.
Vince Kerrigan put, go up market and use bubbly. Oh, Gerard's meant 74 weeks. Sorry, Gerard. Oh, Heather said ginger ale is good for it. I suppose you could also use, so like we have Iron Brew, Vimto, Pepsi Max, Cherry, and what's the other one we got? Oh, strawberry. I don't know if that'd be nice. Strawberry and watermelon.
Watermelon.
Eric said check the chuck to see if it's tight for the vibration.
I think that's all right. But I will check it
Rob
just to make sure.
CP's on. He said he's just finished the ironing. Come and
Well,
do
Rob,
mine. I ain't got a lot, but it just needs doing. Yeah, Heather, I can't do it on the barbecue because we can't take the cover off at the minute because I caught the wire all in the lawnmower. His lordship's not very happy, so it needs refreading. So, yeah, a bit stuck at the moment. Aren't we, love?
I'm not even answering your question.
I'm going to get some stuff and refred it, I promise. Right, Marky Marks put majority of beer cans are aluminium in this country. Half to 3/4 full can of beer steams the chicken from the inside. Message me, Nikki. I used to cook it in the restaurant. Oh, right. Okay, Mark, will do.
So try and get a natural flow in that last stem. General passes. Just a little bit of a hump in there. I just need to get that out. So we'll address this bit here now. So we'll just bring that in with a bit of a round, I think.
Oh, there's a fly. Did you open your wallet? That's a moth, isn't it?
Right, so I'll have a look at that.
Mr. Stacey said just chuck out the chicken and drink the beer.
Right, so just got a little bit of a hump in there.
William Kenny said beautiful wood, no colour.
Yeah, I don't know.
Benjamin said, crikey, Mark, how many jobs have you had? I have got to do some chopping, Gerard, but I'm just being a bit lazy at the moment. Eric's got a question.
Well then,
He said, he hasn't got a question, he's got a statement, but I think that an even top is better. Looks like lots around here.
Yeah, because mushrooms aren't perfectly natural, are they? They're not perfectly round, and I mean they're not perfectly finished. Imperfect, natural. What do you call them? Nature's imperfection, shall we call them?
Can't have things perfect.
So I just need to try and get in there because I've just got a little tiny bit of a rough bit in there that I'm not happy with. So
Eric's got to go. He's off to church because he's got to go sing in the choir.
see you later, mate.
Thank you for coming along, Eric. Oh, I shouldn't have sat down.
So first got that. Right, just a little tiny bit more. So I'm just using a little tiny quarter, I think it's a quarter bowl gouge. I mean, not bowl gouge, spindle gouge are in there.
Whoops, don't sound very good.
No, without doing that though. It's right on the edge of the rest, that's the trouble. Right on the edge of the rest. Let's see if I can get it in the other way. What's the matter?
I've just done something. I don't know what I've done. Never mind.
See if I can get it in that way. Right. So.
Robbo said that's dangerous.
Yeah, that weren't the best move, Robbo.
He likes to live on the edge.
No, that was my own fault because I should have moved the rest. That was right on the edge of the rest. So I do apologise. Right, that's better. So let's just get rid of that little bit of a dink in there, what I'd caused. Right, let's have a look at that. Right, that's as far as I'm going to go underneath there. So we've got our undercut. We've got a top. Take this out of the way now. Just check this is tight. And then we'll take that out of the way and get rid of that little bit on the top there. We'll take the elbow stabber out.
Price of wood's gone through the roof, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Oh. We were saying that the other day, weren't we?
Yep.
I
Right.
think we said what we think will happen is people won't buy it because it's so expensive. Then they'll have so much, so they'll end up selling it off anyway because they can't get rid of it. Didn't we?
Yep. It's got to go somewhere. Got a little bit of a nipple on the end of that. I just got to take that off.
Do you want proper chips or oven chips?
Whatever, babe.
Chips. I'll try something different this week. Part boil them first. Talk about what we're having for our tea.
Right, so I think we have our shape.
Heather's got to go. She's heading out to the festival. Good luck, Heather. Hope you have a good day.
See you later, Heather. Right, so I'm going to try and sand this up with the Abrasive.
Robbo said it's starting to happen in the States according to some trade mags
What's that?
that he gets about the wood, I think. Yeah, Woodturning by Barry said what we said the other day, the docks are full of timber.
Yeah, they are. King's Lynn is. King's Lynn dock is absolutely heaving with timber. Right, so sand this up.
Beans on toast. If his lordship wants chips, his lordship shall have chips. Even though he had chips last night.
No, I had fries last night.
That don't count, do it, mate?
Nope.
It comes from the takeaway. Oh, Yorkshire grits on.
Oh, Glenn.
He's off to Spain, is he?
Oh, don't get him started on that, for God's sake. That's all we've heard for the last week.
That's what they're saying on the chat. Mark Pitt, you might have mentioned it, Terry, once or twice. When do you go away, Mark?
Right, so that's one. It's 100 grit. Let's do 120. Do I do links for tomorrow night's lives or?
No.
Okay.
Peas and potatoes. Who's on tomorrow night?
Mark and Brian got a premiere. Lewis has got a premiere.
Is Terry on at dinner time?
Yes, I believe so.
On holiday?
No, he's actually been at home for a couple of weeks. Don't know how Rufus coping with him at home.
Just finish this and I'll do it. So Mark goes to Belfast on,
I think a week Monday, isn't it?
no, Saturday. Right, no Terry left on my adventure. We fly Belfast on Saturday. Rob CP, is anyone after you? Because he may do a quick live turn and a leg.
I don't think so, mate.
Glimpert, I might watch Brian's live on the ferry on the way to Holland.
Brian's not live tomorrow. That's Mark, mate. I think, innit?
I thought Mark was on last week.
Yeah, I think that's Mark this week.
There's no link on here at the minute.
Come on, guys. How can we promote your channels if you don't put links in?
Right, Terry's is on. Tomorrow the 6th. Yep. So Terry's on tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Brian just put his link in for his premiere tomorrow night.
Yep. This one's Terry's. Terry's on at lunchtime, Mark's in the evening. So he must have put Mark's on then. Thank you, Brian, for doing that. Brian's done his. I've done Terry's. I'm confused now. What did he say? Who's on?
Terry at dinner time.
And then Mark in the evening. So he must
Mark
have
in the
done.
evening.
Oh no, Brian's put his premiere on. Mark's put his on. Barry's Wood Creations got to go.
Oh, Barry Wood Creations. I was meant to go around and cut some wood up for Barry yesterday.
You muppet.
Sorry, Barry. Totally forgot, mate. Jesus. Head like a sieve. Time I finished Chloe's car. Ooh, fly.
So when you have to arrange to go do it again.
I will do. Poor bloke's been asking me for weeks around here. I keep forgetting.
Steve
Right.
Fleming's got to go. His dinner's ready.
See you later,
Steve,
Steve. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you.
So, there's our shape of our mushroom. So the question is, do I colour it or do I leave it as it is?
Ask the chat.
What do you reckon, chat? Colour or leave? Woodwork Learner says colour. Colour.
William Kenny said, so many lives and premieres, not enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
Brian said, you're a plonker, Steve.
I am a plonker, especially where I've got a mind like a sieve. That's the trouble.
Steve, you can go around Barry's this afternoon.
Who said that?
Terry. He's got grass to cut. He's supposed to be washing my car, but there you go. Benjamin said you wash your kids' cars too. He only washed the engine. I hoovered it out. She washed the wheels, didn't she?
She had an MOT on it yesterday, and I said that I've been on that for months. Well, since she had the car a year, because the alloy wheels were absolutely high bound with brake dust to get them off and clean them. And she kept saying to me, yeah, I'll do it, yeah, I'll do it, yeah, I'll do it. And I never got anyway. It was MOT in service yesterday. So,
you had to put a sensor on, didn't you?
yeah, so I said to her, I'll have the wheels off of it, check all the brakes, and you can do the wheels. Well, you should have heard the moaning.
I'm only doing the front ones. Not doing them all.
It's not coming off. The magic spray just didn't disintegrate the brake dust. You had to put a little bit of elbow grease into it.
But you do wash it sometimes.
I do. If I'm washing mine and hers sat there, I will wash it. I don't mind washing it. So what I was thinking was doing this a red, doing a stemmy yellowy colour, and then doing a bit of green around here, look like grass, and then putting some white spots on this to make it a bit like a mushroom. That's what I was thinking, but
You've got a lot of people saying colour. Darren says leave natural. Andy said a settled colour. Dara said honey.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. I'm going to
Mr.
go with.
Stacey Byrne.
No.
Terry says leave natural. Glyn says red with white spots on the cap.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm going to.
Gerard said I dare you to do an Armonite one.
I don't know what that is.
Radar's on.
So
Radar the Woodturner.
My radar.
Welcome to the chat. William said no colour.
I am going to colour it. I'm going to do red, yellow, and then I'm going to do a bit of green on there. So let's
Get on
start.
with it then.
All right, love, calm down. Cool. Crack that whip. All right, so we'll start off with pear green. I'll get my brushes out. Not that one I want. So we're going to do a bit of pear green to start with as the base. Start at the bottom, work our way up. So I'm going to turn the nave down to about 500 RPM. Just going to apply this with a brush. I'll put my burn line in there to stop it penetrating up the stem.
Brian said kids, they ain't got a clue. No, you're right. And I've now decided I'm not cleaning their rooms anymore. I've just done it upstairs and I've shut their bedroom doors.
Give it a month. Give it a month.
No, because fed up with doing it. Why should I rush around doing their stuff while they're sitting on their backsides doing nothing?
I've been telling you this for months, babe. Right, so while that's drying, let's go for a little bit of honey for the stem and the underside of the. So again, lay on about 400 RPM, or between 4 and 5. Just stop that and check, make sure you got right on the edge of there. Don't.
Glenn said don't forget the black gills.
God, we're getting technical now, aren't
Mm.
we? Getting a bit technical, aren't we?
Don't want much, do they?
No. So that's the yellow. Clean my pot out. Clean the brush. I agree, Brian. Totally agree.
What?
Brian said the sooner you stop doing it for them, the quicker they'll learn they got to do it themselves. Totally agree. You've got to cut the apron string sometimes. Right, so flame red.
I will woodwork because I can't do with meth. The only thing I did say I would do is make sure that there's no dirty crockery, because that I will not accept. But that's going to be, they'll go, where's my so-and-so? And I'll go, well, I haven't seen it. Yeah, you put it in the wash, or? Yeah, no, I'm not. Well, Robbo, what I've done is they do tend to keep most of their stuff in their rooms, I must say, but their rooms are just terrible. So I've just shut the doors, and that's it. And I ain't doing nothing else.
Oops.
Mark's just put his link in for his live for tomorrow, but he said he ain't got a clue what he's doing yet. You do a mushroom, mate.
Yeah, do a mushroom. That's what the idea is. What are you doing a mushroom? That's what he said the other night. So just clean this on the edge. As you put it on the camera, you can see that'd be better, wouldn't it?
Vince Kerrigan, just kick him out. Oh no, I wouldn't have him out. He put, I ain't doing a mushroom.
Miserable git. We did have a discussion the other night that apparently Mark's too good to do a mushroom. He's not. He's above all us mild turners. So his channel's worthy more of a more than a mushroom. All right. Do I do that bit red as well? What do you reckon? Do I do the bark red as well, or do I leave the bark natural? What do you reckon, Nick?
I'm not even looking at the minute, sorry.
Do I colour the bark?
Black, someone said.
What, the bark?
Doug Miller at Woodspin Around's got to go. Fun mushroom, Steve. Bye, guys.
Oh, Mark, I hate to differ, mate. I have 3 witnesses that you did actually say that.
Brian said, Mark is doing a mushroom. No getting out of it. Mark's just put, shut up, Cavell. I never said that.
He did. I've got witnesses that say he did. Yeah, I'm going to do that bit red as well, I think. The bark bit.
Gav said, I think Mark should do a chip and dip bowl. Benjamin said, do a mushroom box, Mark. And Woodwork Learner said it's either a mushroom or captive rings. Shirley Ellen Twig put, my nephew lived with us. He never listened, so every time he did something wrong, I'd paint a flower on his bedroom door. He soon listened. Apparently, I still embarrass him. I'm proud.
That's what they're for, isn't it? To embarrass.
Andy H said, Keith and I are planning to do consecutive turning of mushrooms soon. A couple of people have said, no bark colour.
Oh, too late now.
Mark said, 3 lives of mushrooms back to back's too much. You then Terry, then me, so I'll do something else.
Yeah.
Terry said, I'm with Steve on that. Mark said, yeah, witnesses that are all biased, lol.
Just do a mushroom. Stop being a wuss and just do a bloody
Brian said,
mushroom.
it's the spindle practice Mark needs. He's doing a mushroom. It's a bit late, Steve. He's done the bark. Steve Hale said, leave the bark.
Too late. Too late. I've done it.
Benjamin said, looks like a mushroom from Super Mario.
Just looks quite good actually with the colour because it's different contrast.
And on the screen, it looks really good. It looks really bright.
All right. So we'll let that dry. Just dry it off with a hot air gun a little bit. Then we'll seal it. What I'm just going to do before we let that dry too much is I'm just going to put a bit of forest green around this edge just to do a dark line around there. Just to break that line up.
Not sure what to do with these carrots. I'm just peeling them, topping and tailing them.
You could put them with the other 3,000 lots you've got in the freezer.
I need to sort my freezer out. That's going to have to be a jobby to get done. Well, Brian, did you tell Brian that the treadmill arrived yesterday?
No, I didn't. I haven't
We
spoken to
looked at
Brian.
the couch to 5K and it said you've got to run.
And Nicola had a heart attack
We
nearly.
nearly fell over, didn't we, mate?
Oops, sugar. Let's just pushed over that. Bit of wax on there. It's not really taking that very well. Might just have to turn that bit of wax off of there. Let's have a look. Parting tool. A bit more. Nice bit of spalting in there. Still a bit missing. That's better. A little tiny bit in there, but I can live with that. Let's just quickly rub this up.
Oh, I ain't been looking at the chat. Right. Chris said, Mark, do a toadstool. Robbo's put the link in for his live tutorial. Brian said he's just finished. This would definitely be you. I've just finished my run, now eating a pound bar of dairy milk. Gav said you could carve the white bits with a burr. Round burr.
Yeah, I could do.
Terry said that's about right for you, Brian. Benjamin said same, just did my hour cycle and then had some crisps. No, Terry, that's not going to happen. We've got to get a video of you and Steve doing the run. Nah. Yes, Benjamin. Well, it has incline, but you have to do it manually. So we just bought one to see how we got on. Brian said he's posting a video of his run today on YouTube. It's not pretty. I don't think I'll be doing a lot of running, Woodwork Learner. I think mine will be mainly walking. Gav said, quick tip, if you want to burn fat, don't run.
Who said that?
Gav. Is it better to do some just walking then? And then Woodwork Learner put, if you want to burn fat, fry some bacon. Radar said, I don't run unless I have to. No, I can't remember the last time I ran.
Chip shop.
No, I don't run.
Alright, sus.
I can do a brisk walk. I'd like to power walk. That's what is about going to be my limit. Shut up.
Power!
That's going to be about my limit, I think. I'm hoping to get some time on the treadmill today.
Right.
I was going to walk up the shop and get some jacket potatoes, but I think I'm just going to have these healthy chips and then get jackets for in the week.
Sand and sealer. I'm going to spray this. Reason being is I don't want to fade in the colours too much. A couple of coats of.
Gerard's put, Chef, sorry, got to go early. Just got a call from work. One of my commies threatening to leave. Must go and sort it out. We'll give Steve a call later on for his contract. Take care, Gerard. I hope you get it sorted.
See you later, Gerard.
Mr. Stacey's got to go as well. Take care, Gerard. Mr. Stacey.
Take care. See you later. Thanks for coming over.
So, how come walking is better than running then, guys? Why? I do love a walk. Fancy going for a walk?
Well, I'm actually busy at the minute.
So you're saying no? See, you don't do anything with me.
Go later, not now though. I'm busy.
No, right this minute. Come on. Darren says he's just put the voodoo shrooms on the Woodturning International on Facebook. Benjamin said, Steve's selling his bandsaw, getting a new one, are we?
No, I'm just getting rid of the old one. I think it might be sold anyway.
Dara said walking's easier on the knees.
So just burnishing this with some shavings. So there's the shape, there's the colour. So we just need some white spots on it now. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to use some white acrylic paint, I think. So let's dig some out of the box that's underneath everything else. So white. That's going to be right at the bottom, isn't it, as always? White. There we go. So just get a round brush. And just put some blobs on it. They want to be quite big blobs, really, don't they? Because the actual thing's quite big. Do you think, or do they want to be little tiny spots? What do you reckon, Nick?
So I'm not even looking at the minute. What, darling?
Do you think they should be big spots, little spots?
I don't have no spots, so I don't know.
Let's just get a bit of cardboard. Just to put some of this white.
Brian said it's not any better than running, it's just easier, right?
Running, walking's not so harsh on your knees and your hips and all that.
What
Running's,
just said.
unless you're running on grass or a proper track, it's quite harsh on your joints.
Woodwork said any activity that raises the heartbeat for 20 minutes is good. Gav said walking burns body fat higher than 100 BPM, starts burning sugars, carbs, etc. Higher than 100 BPM heart rate. Brian agreed because he used to be a runner in his younger years. Woodwork learner said glow in the dark paint. That would look good, especially if it was in the garden. Woodturning by Barry said, have to go, dinner's calling.
See that, Barry? Thanks for coming over.
Terry's got to go, he's got to go food shopping.
Is that Terry from TJ10 then?
Yeah. Matt Candriver is on, a little late today, but colours look great. Welcome to the chat. Benjamin said, Nick, I'd recommend walking with some light dumbbells. I've got, you bought me some wrist weights, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I might have to put them on. Gav said, be right back. Rob's changing his live. He's just going to do a quick thing, but he needs to do it at 2:30, Pud.
Who's that, Rob CP?
Yeah. You're not going to be long now anyway.
Don't know if I weigh more on that. I think that might.
Oh, I like that. Rob said the colours are awesome.
So, I think we're there.
Brian's put the link in for Rob's live after you.
Good man. Thank you, Brian.
Do you know what? The colours actually look better on the camera than they do in person.
Thanks.
No, they just look brighter.
So I'm not gonna take it out, but I'm not gonna part it off because obviously if I turn that now, all that white's just gonna splat everywhere. So we're gonna let that dry. We've got a boogie.
Got something on the end. You got a bit of sawdust on the end of your nose.
So there you go. There's the red undercut, quite a bit
Let's
undercut
have a look.
actually.
Show me. Turn it. No, the undercut. You didn't do the gills.
All right, so let's get this on a different camera.
That is
there.
nice. I like that.
So
Very nice.
there's my interpretation of let's get rid of the manual focus.
A
Of a
mushroom.
mushroom. So we got rid of the bark at the bottom there because there was a bit of wax on it. So we've gone forest green, pear green into honey. Done the honey underneath, and then flame red on the top, and then some white acrylic paint blobs on the top. So that is my interpretation of a mushroom for the hashtag mushroom week 2 week.
Trevor Reed said, looking really nice, Steve.
So as you can see, thank you, Trevor. So as you can see, we've been leaving some of that natural bark on. You get that imperfect beam circle because really, what mushroom is actually perfectly round? So anyway,
Mark said, nice, really nice, Steve.
thank you,
Hashtag
mate.
mushroom week.
Thank you, Mark.
We look forward to seeing yours tomorrow, Mark. And your mushroom.
Oh, you just had to, didn't you?
Robert said, nice looking and colourful job.
Thank you
Chris
very
Dodds,
much.
good one, mate.
Thank you.
Rob's just going to go live after you're done. Woodwork Learner said, Mark, that set you a challenge. Barry Chitty, really nice, Steve.
Well, I thought I'd just do
I
something a little
really
bit
like
different.
that. I really do.
Oh, I've actually done. Did you hear that? I've actually done something that she likes.
Yeah.
Woo,
Chris said
woo.
it needs a fairy on top.
Fairy. I won't fit on top of that.
Darren said, stay safe and keep well and keep the shavings hitting the floor.
Thank you very much, and I do apologise to everybody where I had the tool catch. That was my own fault. As you guys know, I'm not really. I don't normally do anything that's unsafe, but I've just concentrating on that, not concentrating on what I was doing, and I should have really moved the tool rest so I was in a safer position. But
Brian said the ones you buy in Tesco. What, fairies? Sorry. Lawrence said, really nice mushroom. Well done, Steve. Thanks for sharing, and also big thanks to your manager, Nikki. Yeah, Benjamin said, top job, Steve. Don't drop it now.
no, I won't drop it. I'm going to leave it there till it dries, and then I will part off the tenon on the bottom,
Right,
and
so
I'll get some pictures of it on social media.
Andy H, well done, Steve. Woodwork Learner looks great. Well done. Rob, great work, Steve. Brian, yes, oh, right. So, because Woodwork Learner said, Mark, that set you a challenge. Mark said, no, it really hasn't, Woodwork. And Brian said, yes, it has, Mark. Hashtag mushroom week.
So, as always, anybody who wants to have a go, then have a go. Hasn't got to be coloured. It can be just normal. Hasn't got to be as big as small. Be as big as small as you like. Send me over the pictures either via email, Facebook, or Messenger. Sorry. And then what I'll do is 2 weeks time, 2 weeks, 2 Sundays from today, I will do a mix up of all the different mushrooms that people have done, and we'll stick them all together, and I'll show them all off like I have before for the other hashtag weeks. No fairy, a caterpillar.
I wonder if we can get a little fairy from the Poundland.
Don't know.
Oh, yeah, Benjamin said you need to paint a door and windows on it, so it's like a little fairy one.
Thanks, Ben, for that. So anyway,
He has been really good today.
he has. He's been very withdrawn. What was I going to do? I can't remember now.
Put
Oh,
your
right,
phone.
there we go. Go on that camera.
Um,
Give him a drink.
Vince Kerrigan said, nice job. Brian
Thank you.
said, compilation.
Compilation, that's the word.
Compilation? No,
Yeah, that's the
they
word.
compilation. Compilate. Oh, no.
Or whatever.
Anyway.
We'll stick them all together.
Chris Dodd said, I'm with you, Ben. I think you have to do one now like that. With a door and little window, so it's a little fairy house. See if I can get a little fairy.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah,
I'll
go
remember-
cut Barry's wood.
Yeah. Yeah, remember to cut Barry's wood. Poor old Barry's been waiting for umpteen weeks. I keep forgetting. Well, not forgetting. I've been busy, and then I said I'd go around yesterday afternoon, and with Chloe's car, I totally forgot. Right then, guys. So have a go. That's it. Have a go on the mushroom. I really do look forward to seeing what you guys can come up with. Again, it hasn't got to be coloured. We're quite happy just to see turned mushrooms. Again, doesn't matter how big or how small. And we'll see what people come up with. I believe Terry's doing a mushroom tomorrow. Mark's doing a mushroom tomorrow. And I'm sure Brian will do a mushroom on Thursday. So if you want some more ideas, then come over and watch their lives. And if you haven't subscribed to their channels, then please subscribe to their channels because they're all awesome turners. And they deserve your support. Right, so with that, let's bring me back, unfortunately. And we'll knock it on the head. So, once again, a massive thank you to everybody for coming over and constantly supporting myself and Nick, or Nick and I, should I say. So Rob CP's going live at 2:30, or when I finish. So please go over and check out Rob. He's a very good turner. He's getting better. So he's a good turner, very good turner. So go and support Rob. And again, if you haven't subscribed to Rob's channel, then go and subscribe to him. So with that, I'm going to go. I will see you guys during the week. And if I don't see you before, I will see you Friday. We have Mr. Mike Walt himself on Friday. So it's going to be interesting. I've been trying to get Mike on for a long time. And we eventually got a date that's good for us both. And he will be here next Friday. So come over and check out Mike. I think it's going to be a really good show. Really, really good. So with that, have a great weekend. See you soon. Take care. And it's bye from me, and it's bye from
Me. Bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks.